What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy Stitches NBC out here with Brutal Keith, and it's nothing but classics music, and y'all tuning in to Brutally Honest. Now, today we're gonna talk about is if I feel and I think and I need a drink to be around you, I don't need to be around you. Another thing is, should married people ask single people for advice? We'll see what y'all think about that. And one of the other topics we're going to be including tonight is going to be, if I shave my pubes, the private parts, if I shave, does that automatically make me a slut? I mean, seriously, that's actually a serious question here, you know? That's one of the topics. If I shave my pubes, you know, and I'm not sleeping around, whatever, but does that make me a slut? That's one of those questions. You feel me? But we'll get to that later. The main topic today. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank y'all for tuning in. The main topic today is going to be, you say you want a good man. You say you want a good woman. Facts. But, there's always a but.
Of course.
Your social media says that's a lie. You lying son of a gun. That's a lie. You're lying your ass off. Now, what is it that I really mean about that? We'll get to that too. Y'all tell me, Alberto, que lo que? How's everybody doing? First things first. I love you all. Thank y'all all for tuning in.
Thanks for supporting.
Yo, I talk to people, bro, and I appreciate you taking your time to evaluate our followers and supporters. Definitely. Thank you for that. While you're doing that, I'm gonna tell y'all this. You know, a lot of times I talk to people, and the majority of people, guys and girls, the majority of them, in my opinion, they hurt. Yeah, a lot of y'all are hurt, and I'm talking about a lot of y'all are scarred. A lot of y'all are filled with fear. And y'all want to ask me, like, what is it that makes me want to say something like that? And it's simple. It's like, let me put this track back. And it's simple. I feel like a lot of y'all are hurt because when I talk about, I still believe in love. And when I tell people that, they tell me, oh, you're a sucker for love. Nah, you gotta trust these females. They all conniving. And a lot of females be like, oh, niggas ain't shit and all this and all that. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like, hold up. Not everybody is like that. The reality is, I still believe in love even after she cheated on me.
Facts.
And I'm gonna admit to that. I've been hurt. I've been cheated on. I've been down to the bottom, and where I felt like I had no hopes. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, and the reality is, it took me time to get over that. The reality is, at that time that I was hurt, I did feel like that. I did feel hopeless. But the reality is that not everybody is like that. It's not. Not everybody's gonna treat you the same. Not everybody is filled with fear. Not everybody is living their life scared because of the experience and because of what they've gone through in life. You feel me? So yeah, y'all can call me whatever y'all want, but the reality is, I still believe in love. I'm gonna keep on spreading love because the truth is, I'm a proven fact that, and it's happened to me, the more love I've been spreading, the more love I've been receiving.
Facts.
Real talk, Keith. And it's like, do I get hate? Of course I get hate. Of course, life is balance. You feel me? Of course I get that. But I'm receiving a lot more love. Thank y'all for loving the shirts. I know y'all see the yin yang right there. And because of the yin yang, you know, what does that mean to you? What does it mean to me? Before we get to that, I want them to tell me, what does it mean to you?
In the comments, what does the yin yang mean?
I want to say that. Yeah, what does the yin yang represent to you? Now, one of the topics I was talking about, and me and you actually kind of discussed it vaguely, you know, not in detail, but I was saying, like, if I feel like I need a drink to be around you, then guess what, mommy? I don't need to be around you.
Yeah.
But you took it. You took it on some,
a little bit extra because
how do you take that?
I took it as in, even if it's a friend. If we homies and, you know, we chill occasionally, you know, we all got lives, we all got schedules, we all got things we got to do. But if the only time me and you hang out is when you want to party, you call me to drink, you call me to chill, to turn up, get lit, and that's the only time, then
but Jennifer Alvarez kind of agrees with me. I would love to know what she thinks what I meant by that, because I feel like she caught it. For y'all tuning in right now, the topic right now we're talking about is, if I feel like I need a drink to be around you, then I don't need to be around you. Now, you took it as far as friendship. As far as there's a relationship with somebody. I actually meant it as far as somebody that I'm trying to build with.
Yeah.
You know, I'm talking about potential. I'm talking about my future.
Well, here's the reason why. And maybe I looked at it from that standpoint because...
Hey, Kermit, how y'all doing?
In these shows, and we've talked about it before, I'm eliminating all the distractions out of my life. I'm getting rid of what we term, or what we coined as WOTs, waste of times.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, somebody that only wants to get lit, that only wants to party, don't get me wrong. If that's all they about, hey, more power to them. They spreading positivity and love through.
But that's not how I meant it, Keith. That's not how I meant it.
For me,
that's how you took it.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you verbally, like what we're talking about, if I feel like I need to have a drink to be around you, then guess what? I don't need to have a drink around you.
For me, Stitch, it goes for friends too. If all you want to do is party and drink and get lit, do it with somebody else. That ain't my lifestyle no more. Straight up.
This is what I mean by that, bro. This is what I mean.
Ah.
If I feel like I need to have to drink a drink to be around you, then I don't need to be around you. What I mean by that is, like, if I feel like I can't be sober around you, if I feel like every time we're together, I gotta be intoxicated. Every time I'm chilling with you, we have to have a drink. Like, if I feel like I can't even be sober around you, then why is it that I'm around you? Because clearly I'm only spending time with you, and I'm only drinking for a reason. I'm only drinking because I feel like I can't enjoy your time sober. So back again, if I feel like I need a drink to drink when I'm around you, then that automatically is telling me something. You feel me? It's telling me I don't need to be around you.
Definitely.
You feel me? Like, before we move on to the next topic, and y'all tell me if y'all agree or disagree, and I agree with Jennifer Alvarez saying that it's toxic. And matter of fact, before we go to what I'm going to ask you about, you know a little bit about being in a toxic relationship. I want you to spend just 1 minute letting them know about your experience on that. Before that, I did hashtag rest in peace Junior. I did, it is justice for Junior. We all know what's going on, especially now. We actually uploaded a video on my Stitches page. Y'all could check that out after the show, because I would love y'all comments. But I just want to have a moment of silence, just 1 second. Y'all could put your prayer hands too. And I want to have one shot for rest in peace, Junior. Now, as we were saying, you have some experience as far as being in a toxic relationship.
Yeah, man.
I can understand, but I've never really been in those shoes, bro.
And here's what I can say. I mean, not for nothing, we know what we want.
Okay.
And like me and you keep saying, the more and more we know what we want, it seems like
RC was good.
It seemed like the list of knowing what I really don't want gets bigger, right? So by that, I say this. I've been in a toxic situation where I thought everything was good. Meaning, there was a lot of drama, there was a lot of issues back and forth, but I enjoyed that shit.
You enjoyed what?
Well,
being in a toxic relationship?
Well, no, but I enjoyed some of the problems, some of the things that were happening, because a lot of times what females do, Stitch, and what I learned in this toxic relationship is a lot of times this was done intentionally to create problems and issues, just to have makeup sex or angry sex.
That shit is immature though, bro. And especially if it's constant. So that's what's toxic about it, because it is constant.
And see, the thing about it is, you know what? Things might have been good in that relationship, but we wasn't really good for each other. And ultimately, we ended up bringing each other down. We never brought each other up. We never made each other better. We just had good moments. And that was it.
But why did you stay in that toxic relationship, Keith, especially knowing that it was toxic, meaning it wasn't any good for you?
Because at the end of the day, I honestly felt like I was at a point in my life where I was willing to work on it. Nowadays, too many people are quick to just up and leave and get out of a situation without even trying to work on it. And my thing is, like I said, there were a lot of good moments in that relationship, especially when it first started off. I mean, we all know the cupcake phase. But being that when things started going wrong, well,
and it does not happen often.
Yeah, but what I mean is, being that things started off great and there was some hiccups, I wasn't just willing to throw a relationship away because there were some problems. I tried to work on it, but ultimately, like I said, what made it toxic for me and ultimately why things just didn't work out is because although there were good times and good moments, we weren't good for each other. And we brought each other down. We didn't build each other up. Not saying in the sense of we wasn't supporting one another. It's just ultimately when we met, we had more.
I don't know about that. I know this is going to sound weird, but toxic relationships are the best.
Oh, well, I mean, shit. Sex is amazing. I mean, if we really being brutal,
what do you mean? What do you mean?
Helped me stay.
Dímelo, Francia. ¿Cómo está? Liz, right? You're going to have to be detailed about that. Por favor. Hazme ese favor, mami. Por favor, explícate qué es lo que tú estás diciendo de eso. Por favor. Now, okay, so we talked about as far as if I need a drink to be around you, I don't need to be around you. Another thing we was going to talk about is should married people ask advice to single people?
Now, yeah. I mean, why not?
That's something we're going to talk about. Another thing is if I shave, does that automatically make me a slut?
Bro, I still want to know, where did that question come from?
Because a lot of, you know what, before we get that, let's get down to the main topic. You know, the network connection, low network connection, for whatever reason, it's damn weather, man. I'm telling you, man. So the topic is this. You say you want a good man, you say you want a good woman, but the reality is your social media tells me the contrary. Like, if you are here on social media and all you're posting is you're in the club and me, if I'm interested in a female and I see this female posting, she's always in the club, and not just on weekends, even Taco Tuesday, on Freaky Fridays. What the hell are you doing there Wednesday? Thirsty Thursdays, and my God, it's Monday.
Yeah,
actually, that was pretty good. I like that.
I like that one too.
You feel me? Like, I'm gonna think that all you're doing is you're just a clubhead. If I feel like, you're always around men, you're always around dudes, I'm gonna feel like you always around dudes. Like, you saying, you telling me, nah, I want to settle down, I want a good man. You saying this and you saying that, whatever. But yet you keep posting shit on the contrary. It is raining. You feel me? It is. Like, so it's like, is it wrong to judge somebody off of that? You feel me? Like, or something like that. But the reality is, I'm just saying, like, you saying you want something, but you're showing something else. Like, the reality is, you could tell me a million times one thing, but but if you tell me, if your actions speak on the contrary, it automatically eliminates that. Clubs are fucking retarded. Read a book. I used to love the club. Nowadays, to be honest with you, I don't know if I'm just getting old. I don't know if it's maturity. I don't know if I've outgrown it. I don't know if I just don't feel the same way about it. I don't know if it's the fact that the more I know what I want, the more I also know what I don't want. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just a combination of it all, but I'm not really feeling the clubs like that. Now, we went to like a little lounge and whatever, and I was with you. You were spending time with your family over the weekend. Definitely. You feel me? And it was a good environment. You feel me?
I had a blast.
I had one of the best times I've had in a long time. Definitely. Best times I had going out this year, to be honest with you. And I don't feel like it was where we was at. I actually feel it was the energy around me. You feel me? You felt good because you haven't seen your cousin in years. He came through and he actually hit you up, wanted to spend time with you. So I know you was happy. You expressed that to me. Yep. Beforehand, you even told me how you feel when, family does come through and they don't reach out. And I feel the same way. But so now knowing, like, you was like, yo, my cousin here, he passed through. I knew you was happy, and being an empath, being around you and you being so happy, it made me feel happy seeing one of my people's happy as well. And obviously your cousin was happy to see you too. So I feel like it does depend on who you with and where you going out with. But I also feel like going out every time turns out to be bland at a certain age.
Definitely.
You know, if you feel me? Energy is definitely everything. Leave the club for the younger cats. They're not about that life anymore. You damn right. Because you damn right I ain't going to try to be like this 50, 60, 70-year-olds still trying to burn it in bachata, and then you got to call the paramedics because they broke the damn ankles. No, that's not going to be me. If that's what's going to be me, then trust me, we're slow jamming. Trust me, we're dancing some balada, mommy. I am not cracking my neck for you like that. My back can't take it. Trust me, my back can't take it. So, you know, as being that we're talking about social media and things like that, one thing that I definitely don't condone is bringing your personal issues on social media. And I believe that a lot of you guys also feel the same way, that keep your personal life away. Period. Keep your personal life personal. Don't be involving everything. Oh my God, just farted. Wow, I think I had beans earlier. Like. You understand? And I'm just trying to be funny, but I'm actually serious about that.
Because it happens. I mean, nowadays, social media is like for everything. I mean, you feeling a type of way, they got moods, they got this. You can post how you feeling. But it's at the end of the day, when it's a personal problem, work on it personally. Fix that problem and then maybe post the results. Look, I was going through something. Here's the positive changes that happened in my life because of it.
Yeah, pero Liz, I understand that you used to do that so much and you won't even lie. I appreciate you keeping it brutally honest. But the reality is, this is my problem, Keith. This is my problem. As an Aquarius, I'm able to see both sides at the same time. You feel me? I'm able to agree and disagree at the same time. And how I stated, I definitely don't condone putting your personal life out there. But when Liz was like, oh yeah, she used to do that a lot, I understand why she used to do that a lot. Because I feel like sometimes we just need a vent.
And you want to know something, Stitch? I think that's what most people that end up putting their personal lives on Facebook end up doing. They just want to vent, and social media is an easy outlet. Just go post it. Whoever sees it and wants to reply can. The comments you want to reply to, you can. The ones you don't, you ignore. So I think it's easy for people to do it, and it might start off that way. But I think once they actually do it, most people regret it. Like, damn, I shouldn't even post it.
Well, that's because they went off emotion. How many times have we text somebody a whole paragraph? By the time I'm done with the paragraph, I'm like, I delete it all, and then I just put LOL. Like I'm over here cursing you out, like and then when I'm done, I'm like,
you know what?
That's too much. Okay.
At the end of the day, I mean, is it worth it?
It depends what you think worth it is. In my opinion, no, I don't think it is worth it.
No, not airing your dirty laundry out on social media. Once you make it public, it's public. Expect people to react to it. You may not like those reactions either, by the way.
And I'm glad you said that, because yes, we do preach as far as we hashtag it, be yourself.
Always.
But you also have to be, that doesn't come with ignorance, and you also have to prepare for the repercussions.
Yeah.
Y'all see the yin yang in the back. Before we tell y'all what it means to me, before you tell them what it means to you, sir, I want to know what y'all think the yin yang means. What does it mean to y'all? That's what I want to know. Now, you know, like keeping your personal life private. And I know we all seen a lot of people, like they've been breaking up on Facebook Live. And I'll be looking at this shit. I'll be looking at these people that I used to kind of look up to. You over here arguing with your girl on live. And now I'm like, real talk, I lost respect for you. First of all, because you're doing it live. Second of all, because the way you're talking to your girl. And third of all, which is not even third, which is tied to first and second, is the way your girl's disrespecting you. I can't respect the man that gets disrespected by his woman. I can't do that, because at the end of the day, we always have a choice. You have a choice to deal with it, and you have a choice to not deal with it. And if you as a man, if you're allowing your woman to just talk to you like a fucking paloma, like just whatever, and you're taking it, then I can't have respect for you. The same thing for women. Women, y'all all have the power. Matter of fact, y'all have more power than we do. Let's be honest about it. I mean, you probably disagree. But,
I do.
You do disagree, great. Cause that's what actually makes a debate. That's what's up. But women y'all do hold the power. That's reality, bro.
And just to say clearly, I'm not saying that women don't have power.
You're just saying the women are the devil. I get you.
Well, no. Well, maybe some of them.
He doesn't disagree.
Some of them are the devil, if you ask me. But no, what I mean by that is it depends on the person. Everybody's different. But I mean in general is, as men, we're more physically empowered than most women. But
physically empowered?
Well, yeah. But
okay,
what I mean,
yes, all right.
but in agreement with you, I can also say wars have been started, ended, because of women. Also, so you know they definitely do have power. And I actually read a book about seduction, the
Art of Seduction by Robert Greene.
That brings this into play.
I like that. I kind of read that book too, Keith.
Well, I know, but. In regards to that, though, yes, in reading and knowing the knowledge that, yes, women can be seductive and they can definitely gain power and be able to use that. But I think in regards to, like I said, the physical aspect of it, as men, we know it's just period. Most men
But Sleazy was like, was good, Tom. He was like, women have the power except, and that just only includes or is limited to their jewels.
Parts. Yeah. Well, I mean, I agree, but... Hey, any man in a relationship with a woman, let her tell you no, and, well, you'll see how much power you got.
Whatever, man. Whatever. I don't agree with them on that shit, because the reality is, they're just weak-minded.
Facts.
Period. These men nowadays are just weak-minded. This is why women feel like they have to play both roles. This is why women feel like chivalry is dead. This is why women feel like there are no real men nowadays. Because y'all men ain't acting like men. They acting like straight, excuse my language, but like fucking bitches, bro. Straight fucking bitches. Okay, all right, you don't want to see me today? Okay, all right. No problem. Yeah, that's okay. Fuck out my face.
And it's funny because we were talking about women want to be in a relationship, but also want to be the man in a relationship.
Okay, so
we spoke on that.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you something, being that you said that.
Okay.
If you're supposed to be a woman and you're supposed to play your role as a woman and let your man play his role as a man, and I'm gonna say this too: if you're a man and you're supposed to play your role as a man, be a damn man, nigga. Toughen up, man up. You feel me? Stop smiling so much. And let your woman take the role of being the woman. How does a woman do that from a guy's perspective, Keith? How does a woman, and this was actually one of the questions that one of the followers actually asked me. How does a woman allow his man to play his role? How does a woman maintain her role as a woman? I'm asking you because you're right here, but I'm also asking you guys as well.
I mean, obviously it's different for everybody, and we always say that. But at the end of the day, first and foremost, you can't let your man be the man in the relationship if you're constantly on his throat. If you're constantly stressing him out. If you're constantly nagging. If you're constantly bitching.
And this is straight from a guy's perspective.
From a guy's perspective. And what I mean by that is this.
Damn, no network connection.
What I mean by that is this. A man wants to make decisions. A man wants to protect. A man wants to supply and provide. A man wants to be the person you come running to when you have issues as a woman or as his woman, because at the end of the day, he ain't gonna want you going to nobody else. Not even your female friends. He'd rather you go to him first. So if you're not doing that, or you're the type of female that puts him down like, oh, you ain't never gonna be shit, this, that, and the third, you're sort of speaking those things into existence. You're not building your man up. Now, I'm not saying a man should have to be built up, but at the same time, if all you're doing is tearing him down,
so you're blaming the woman. Okay, cool. Because I love.
They take a lot of part in it, especially in relationships.
Jennifer, you're actually funny, Miss Alvarez, for that. I'm gonna say Miss Alvarez because let's assume you're single. You feel me? It's the fluoride in the water. Roles have been reversed. The hormones they put in the food. We used to say that about the whatever. I'm not even saying. But Sleazy, I like this. Sleazy, thank you for comments. I fully appreciate that. He's like, Facts. Like thoughts. It's because lately females have been put in more work now. Nowadays, dudes, they just been sitting on the ass. They just waiting for it instead of going out there and actually getting it.
But hold on. If they go out there and get it, they thirsty. You can't go up and approach a female now.
He ain't talking about getting it. He ain't talking about getting it when to go get a female. You already got the female. He's talking about getting it as far as your hustle on. Now, hustle, I'm not talking about, slinging. You feel me?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm also talking about that. But that's not the only thing I'm talking about that. I'm talking about putting in work, providing, being the provider. Not just sitting and collecting unemployment checks and playing your damn Xbox all damn day. Like, hey, ma, what you want to eat? Okay, now you ordering food. Like, damn it, you couldn't even fucking cook.
And your girl's the one working all day. You sit home and you still don't have dinner ready when she get there.
Exactly. I jealous. Thank you for comments, and thank you for tagging me on that video that I also posted on my actual personal. Seems like most men don't like taking aggressive initiative and feel content with just getting detoured by a woman. The reality is that nowadays, you have to be more of a man than you ever was because females are so independent nowadays.
Not only that, they feel like most niggas is shit.
My nigga, real talk, a lot of these men,
they get
intimidated. A lot of y'all, or whatever it is, if it's y'all, the shoe fits, then whatever. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. We're keeping it brutally honest. Exactly. I'm just saying, a lot of men nowadays they like to sugarcoat things. They're fucking filled with fear. They want to lie. They like to beat around the bush. They are content with just being comfortable. And I hate the word comfortable. If I feel like I'm comfortable, I'm already feeling like I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
I already feel like, oh shit, I should be doing something. Why do I have so much chill time? I'm not here to damn chill. Again, life is balanced. There is a time to Netflix and chill. There's a time to actually enjoy, the roots of the fruits that you planted. You don't just work so hard to die working. I understand that we have to enjoy life. Definitely. But the reality is, if all you're doing is chilling, then there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
And there's something wrong with it. And it also falls on both partners, bro. Because it's like you always have a choice. The same way the man has a choice to be fucking lazy, it's the same way the woman has the choice to either man up or let him be the man or lead the damn situation.
Well, I mean, definitely. And that's the problem, or part of the problem. As men, that used to be our decision. Now it seems like the women make all the decisions, even whether or not you should talk to her or not, whether you want to sound thirsty or any of that. But
it was good, Tanisha. No, the reality is this, Keith. This is the reality, bro. You can't be looking for the woman of your dreams if you ain't the man of her dreams first.
Facts. I'm working on it.
We are here talking about, like, I asked you this question. What's your major turn-ons, or what's your preference? What is it that you really like from a woman? And I answered that question too. We're not going to get into that holistic, whatever. But what we both agreed on was ambition.
Definitely.
We both added ambition. So it's like if we require that from our partner, from our potential future, if I'm over here requiring that from you, then I need to be able to provide that shit too.
Definitely.
I don't want just a woman with her working hard so I can fall back. I don't want a woman full of ambition so I don't have to pursue my dreams. So I don't have to pursue my goals. Like, are you kidding me? So what was I? Did I really want a girl? Did I really want a future? Or what was I? Was I just homeless?
Looking for a sugar mama.
You feel me? Looking for shelter. I'm single. Anybody want me? I eat good. I work out. Look, like, seriously, what is it that you want? Like, if you want the woman of your dreams, be the man of your dreams already. You feel me? Like, a lot of times, and we've already said, so it's a little bit redundant, but I'm going to say it again to repeat myself. Like, a lot of times, people get into a relationship and they make it their life.
Definitely.
No, that relationship is only part of your life.
Yeah.
It's only a part of it. A lot of people forget about themselves. A lot of people, which again, get comfortable. That's why a lot of people, they get so comfortable that they let themselves go.
And then 5-10 years later, wonder why there's problems in a relationship that was never there because of things like that.
Now, so one of the other topics is like, a lot of people say like, oh, if you shave, you must be a hoe. Oh, if you shave, that's when you want to talk about, right?
Well, just a little bit, because I was wondering, where did that come from? So if you got good hygiene, you're a hoe?
But that's what I'm saying. A lot of not just females, but I actually seen a meme from dudes saying, "Yo, if you're dating a girl and she's already shaven, best believe," she's like, "You don't cut the grass if you're not gonna walk on it."
So basically, it's like
you're always prepared for it.
Well, I mean, if people take care of themselves, I mean, me personally, I believe in cleanliness is next to godliness. So I'm always clean. I'm always taking care of myself. I'm not doing it for anybody but me.
What?
But I am prepared when the time comes for it. Always.
Oh man, I really hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm brutally honest. Every week we do have a call in. Every week we do have that. Before we make that call, I want to ask you guys, what does the yin yang represent to y'all? I'm not gonna ask y'all how much y'all love our new shirts, because I know y'all love our new shirts. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Another thing is, we do sell the shirts. I know y'all like the bandana. I do sell the bandana as well. And I know y'all love to fit it. You know, it's nothing but classics. They ask me, what does nothing but classic means? And I'll be like, classy. It's classy. So it's like, we're going to have this every week. So every week we're doing this call. So if y'all want to join in, I already have a list. I'm pretty booked already. You guys let me know that y'all want to be a caller. I'll see if you guys are mature enough. Go ahead, make that call, bro. Yeah. Are mature enough, are opinionated, and are not disrespectful. We're not here to disrespect nobody. We're here to actually help each other grow. You know, like I'm asking y'all, what does this mean? What does this mean? And that's one of the things that we're actually doing. Now, today we actually have another main supporter that we have. You put that on speaker, bro? Like, come on, you better than that. So, you know, it's Tiffany. And I would like to say, hello, Tiffany. How are you doing this evening?
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
We're doing great evening. How you doing?
I'm good. Just listening.
Okay, great. So, you know, as usual, our callers, they're actually able to ask us one question. It doesn't have to pertain to tonight's live. It can actually pertain to anything that you want, except for religion or politics. I'm not with that. But do you have a question for us at hand?
I do. I have, I guess, like a two-part question.
Oh, great. Just like a female. Okay, continue.
The question I have is it fair to be judged by someone's perception of what's projected on your social media? And should that really be what defines your true core values?
Okay, so just to repeat that, you said, is it fair to judge somebody off of the posts they have on their social media?
Yeah, whether it's their posts, their pictures, their lives. Is it right to judge someone based off of what they project?
Okay, so is it right to
judge? Come on, man, just answer the question. You got it, man. You got it.
Here's what I'm gonna say to that. To an extent, yes. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think it's right to judge anybody. I mean, that's not my position. That's what God's for. But what I mean by that is I might be entitled to an opinion, being that they posted it publicly. Meaning they put it out there for the world to respond to. If I just so happen to write something and they don't like it because I'm being brutally honest, oh well. I don't sugarcoat nothing for nobody. I mean, and that's just my response to it.
All right, so my response to that is, you know, I'm going to echo what you said as far as I don't like the word judge. We shouldn't judge anybody, but I will use the word decide. I will use the word elaborate. What is it that you really want in your life? And I will also, you should decide on the choice that you want to make if you want to make this person a part of your life, as far as where you want to place him or her in your life and what role that person should be in your life. If you want to get involved with this person, and like I said, you know, should you judge him? No, but it should be taken as a factor as far as the decision that you want to make, as far as how involved you want to get with the individual.
Okay.
I have one question for you, though. I have one question for you. Do you think that married people should ask single people for advice?
that is because everyone has their own perception, experiences that they've had, and looking from the outside in, it's still someone looking from the outside in, so they may give you a different perspective on what's going on, you know, in their eyes.
Okay,
so I don't
cool.
think it's something that could be dismissed, because you could always learn from somebody else's experiences.
Amen to that. Thank you for that. And I'm not going to even ask you. I already know you love our shirts.
Yeah, I was going to ask you one.
Oh, man. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for calling us in. Thank you for that. And we completely and fully appreciate all the support. We love you, and God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Okay, so the question I asked her, I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to ask you guys. Do y'all feel that married people should ask single people for advice?
Now, in the way you're saying it, do I feel like they should just go out? I think I'm going to echo what Tiffany said in regards to, I don't think they should and what I mean by that is single people are single now. It doesn't mean they've always been single. They might have gone through relationships. They might have even been married in the past and are just currently divorced, which means they might have some insight that you might not have if you're having marriage issues. You might be at the part where you're thinking about getting divorced and wondering if you should or not. And at that point, you might want to talk to somebody who's already been through a divorce to figure out if it's really what you want for your situation. But I don't think it should be dismissed. But I do tend to think that married people listen more to other married people just because they feel like they have more of a, their situation is closer to theirs. Does that make sense? Or more relatable?
Great, and I'm going to disagree. Even though I do agree, but I'm going to disagree anyway.
Okay.
Not as far as the ignorant part, just more as far as the debate. You know,
Okay.
just trying to talk from the other side of it. Even though I do agree with you, there is another side.
I mean, not for nothing. We both single.
There is something, bro. If you're married and you are married, why should you be asking somebody that's never been married before? Why are you gonna ask somebody that doesn't know that's never been in your shoes? Why are you gonna ask somebody that's single and is only gonna talk from their single perspective? We always think it's better to be single. Mm-hmm. We always think the grass is greener on the other side. We all know it's not. You feel me? So I feel like, you know, I agree with what Tiffany said, what you saying, whatever. But the other side of that is like, if you're going to seek advice, you should primarily and first hand try to seek advice from somebody that's already been in your shoes. Mm-hmm. Period. Whether they're single or not, but if they've already been in your shoes, they can talk to you from their perspective. And you have to be very cautious with who is it that you're asking advice for too. Because a lot of people have their own personal
agendas.
Period. Now, Selena Sullivan, thank you for this question. She had asked me, why is it that people that have been married for years, all of a sudden, now they want to get divorced?
Because it's easy now.
That's what. Okay.
And I mean, as a direct response, it's because it's easy now. And what I mean by that, and I'm going to explain it. I'm going to explain it just a little bit more. Is growing up, I think people fought for relationships more. I mean, I remember my uncle being in a relationship with my aunt, and they wasn't happy, but they kept trying to work on it. There wasn't dating apps.
There wasn't Facebook back then, bro.
And that's
back in our day, all we had was AOL and AIM. All we had was AOL and AIM, bro. Nowadays, you could touch with 1 million people at your fingertips, and I feel like that should be the example when you say it's easy now. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I say more because I'll have two parts to that, to answer that part. People don't get divorced all of a sudden after they've been married for so long. I'm going to start off like that. Okay. Like we said, we spoke about sometimes the feather breaks the camel's hump, right?
Yeah.
It builds up to that. It's never, and I'm telling you, it's never from one day to the next. There was always something building up to that point. Now, if it wasn't that, what could it be? I'll tell you exactly what it can be. Your expectations going into the marriage beforehand. You had some expectations and you're all the way up here. You feeling like, oh, she's going to cook for me. She's going to iron my clothes. She's always going to be there. She's going to take the kids to school. You have all these expectations. And yet when those expectations ain't reached, you feel disappointed.
Oh, definitely.
You feel me? Like there is a difference between assuming from expectation and assuming from words of action. Mm-hmm. Right? Definitely. There is a difference between that. Okay, so I thank y'all for tuning in and especially asking me about and telling me what the yin yang represents to you guys. What does it represent to you, Keith?
For me, it actually represents the duality. And we spoke about this in the conversation me and you had. And what I mean by that is one aspect of it to me represents reality, and the other aspect of it represents perception. And the two will always intertwine and be together. And that's what it represents for me. I mean, I can go on and the other things, but as far as which one's going to hit home, face value, that's the one for me. It's like I said, reality and perception.
Okay, well, long story short, what it represents to me, the yin yang, is just life is balance. That's why when you see the all are white, you see that little black in there. When you see the all that black and you see the little bit of white in there, that means no matter how good and how great things are going, prepare for that rainy day. No matter how bad and how hard life is hitting you, there will be sunny days ahead as well.
Definitely.
Life is balance. That's the only thing I'm gonna tell y'all because it has so much meaning to me. It's been my life philosophy since I was about 20 years old. That's been my life philosophy. In case you guys ever wanted to know it. Now, so before we tune this up, I know last week you had your final thought. I believe like this week I'm gonna take my time to do my final thought. Yeah. So before you do that, talk to them about the power promo, like, comment, share while I go and get it.
Definitely. So one, we always love and appreciate any support, especially with getting the messages that we portray out there. I mean, one of the things about this show that stands out is the fact that we talking about topics most people won't talk about in public. They talk about in private. We putting it out there. Second, again, y'all see the shirts. Y'all see the fits, NBC. We got this stuff, not just for the show, but also it is available for purchase. So if you do want to support and you want to have an NBC shirt or hat or something, just let us know. We do have it available for purchase, whether you DM Stitch directly or you message me. We'll definitely get you situated with that. And actually, one other thing I want to mention too in regards to that, for people out there that have businesses, we do take sponsors as well. And one of the things, and I'm glad you brought this out, one of our sponsors that we have, and I mean,
one of our first sponsors for tonight's Brutally Honest. Yes, guys, we finally got a sponsor.
Yes.
So this product right here is called Owen. It is a protein drink. It is plant-based. It is non-dairy. It is gluten-free. It is good for you, which is Owen stands for only what you need. You guys can get that at your local Unidos, Bravos, especially in the Orlando area. That can definitely get that. The reality is, it tastes great. I don't eat nothing solid after 6, so I'm definitely going to have a protein shake today.
Yeah.
Congratulations to that, right? I feel good about that. I know y'all feel good about that too.
So again, anybody out there, if you want to be a sponsor, please get in touch with us. And
we support local businesses.
Yep, definitely.
All right, so to wrap this up, I got my little inspiration. This is actually taken from Prince Neil. And this is how it goes. Being that we was talking about expectations and how we expect from people. Mm-hmm. And it goes something like this. Let's say this circle right here, right? This is us, right? Mm-hmm. And let's just call this a plane. This is a plane right here, right?
Yeah.
Now, when there's wind and the pilot wants to land here, if he aims here, he's going to end up down here. Right?
Yeah.
If he aims here, he'll end up right here. So what does he have to do?
He sort of have to go above it.
Exactly. You will have to aim up so you could land where you want to go. That's the analogy as far as the plane. Now let's check this out. Let's make this us.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make this our expectations of people. And let's make this the results. If you treat people how they should be, they'll end up exactly where they are. If you treat people exactly how you think they are, they'll end up being worse. I hope that sinks in. Again, spread love, spread positivity, always be yourself. It's your boy Stitches MBC, nothing but classics. Your boy Brutal Keith. And how I always end my life, whether you guys hate me, whether you guys love me, whether you guys answer my calls or not, I love you all. God bless ya.